Have you ever felt like you're working harder and harder, yet somehow still standing in the same place? Like your money comes in and disappears, as if there's an invisible drain. This video is for you, the one who suspects something is wrong, but hasn't quite figured out what it is yet. Today, I'm going to show you 5 signs you're becoming the new poor without even realizing it. And the worst part? Thinking everything's fine. There's no fluff here, just raw truth about the habits and choices that are silently keeping you from building real wealth. If you're ready to open your eyes, understand how the system keeps you trapped, and learn how to break free financially, stay with me until the end, because this video might be the turning point in your life. We live in an era where poverty disguises itself as stability. People show off small but stylish apartments as if that meant prosperity. Rent eats up half their income, but their Instagram feed tells a story of comfort and success. The new poverty is silent, elegant, and full of bills. It's the illusion of winning when, in reality, you're just surviving. Society has turned looking successful into being successful, and many have fallen for that trap without realizing it. Most people work an entire month just to pay for the privilege of having a roof that isn't even theirs. Long contracts, decades-long mortgages, and the constant weight of never-ending bills. And yet they convince themselves they're doing the right thing because, at least I'm paying for something that's mine. What they don't see is that it was never really theirs. The system sells the illusion of ownership while chaining you to lifelong debt. The dream of owning a home became the nightmare of financial freedom. Living well isn't the problem. The problem begins when the cost of it destroys your ability to grow. If your rent, maintenance fees, and bills keep you from saving, investing, and building assets, you're not living well, you're just maintaining an image. Society trained you to value the zip code, not freedom. And when comfort becomes a prison, the price of that nice address is your peace of mind. It's trading real security for the illusion of success. The new poor don't live in slums. They live in modern apartments with no ownership. They pay a high price to look stable, but sleep with anxiety. Every month, money flows in and out like sand through their fingers. Deep down, they feel something's wrong, but they can't name it. The truth is simple. The new poor are slaves to their cost of living. They think they're moving up, but in reality, they're just buying prettier chains. The second sign of the new poor is the constant desire to look rich, even when the bank account says otherwise. These people don't truly want to prosper. They just want to appear as if they've already won. They buy a $5,000 phone, a $1,000 pair of sneakers, and a car financed over 60 payments, all to feed an image. But inside, they're living a silent financial collapse. The new poor don't measure success by freedom, but by the admiration they receive. And the price of that illusion is steep. Anxiety, debt, and the inability to handle even the smallest setbacks. This generation was trained to confuse luxury with achievement. Instead of building a foundation, they build a display case. People buy things they don't need with money they don't have to impress people who don't care. It's a cycle of collective self-deception that the system loves to maintain. Companies sell dreams on credit, and the feeling of success becomes the new addiction. Meanwhile, real wealth stays at zero. People work more, spend more, and accumulate less, surrounded by technology, but living with zero security. The new poor live for appearance and die by the bill. They have access to luxury, but not to stability. They invest more in the mirror than in their future. And when things get tight, they blame the government, the salary, the economy, anything but their own lack of priorities. The money that could become an emergency fund turns into temporary status. And the saddest part? They don't even realize how deep the trap goes. Because while they think they're living in the moment, they're actually mortgaging their future. In the end, the system doesn't want you to be rich. It wants you to look rich, so you'll keep consuming. And if this video has already made you think, it's because something inside you knows it's time to change. So do this. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. That tells the algorithm and yourself that there are still people out there waking up to the truth. The third sign of the new poor is being trapped in a job that pays the bills but drains your soul. Millions of people wake up every day hating what they do, yet they keep going because they believe the only alternative is chaos. They work just to survive, not to evolve. And so they spend entire years in a routine that drains their energy and time, giving nothing in return but an insufficient paycheck. It's the modern prison, where the cell has air conditioning and a company badge. The new poor isn't the one who doesn't work, it's the one who works without purpose. This kind of poverty is subtle because it hides behind the mask of stability. At least I have a job, many say. But stability without growth is stagnation, and stagnation is the first step toward collapse. You know you're trapped when Sunday night scares you more than Monday morning itself, when your salary only puts out fires and every month starts again as if nothing has changed. It's the endless cycle of working, paying, tiring, complaining and restarting. And the saddest part? That has become normal. The new poverty doesn't live in the slums anymore. It lives in office cubicles. Well-dressed people with badges and meetings, stuck in the same race with no real progress. The system created the illusion that having a job is enough when the real game is about having value. A job pays you to solve someone else's problems. The rich get paid for solving their own and selling the solutions. The difference is simple but brutal. One builds freedom, the other sustains the system. And if you're tired of merely surviving, this is your moment to turn the key. Start seeking knowledge, learning new skills and thinking beyond your paycheck. The new poor is the one who trades dreams for comfort and calls that victory. But here, at the Financial Enigma, we don't live on autopilot. So make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, because in the next part, I'll reveal the true villain behind financial freedom. The fourth sign of the new poor is believing that living in debt is normal. The system has managed to convince people that being in the red is just a natural part of life. Paying in installments has become a symbol of financial intelligence, when in reality, it's just the disguise of modern slavery. You buy today, pay tomorrow, and work to cover yesterday. Every month your salary is already spoken for, and the worst part, there's no emotional discomfort. The fear of debt is gone, replaced by apathy, the silent acceptance of being a prisoner to interest rates. Debt used to be a one-time mistake, a short-term scare. Today it's a lifestyle. The new poor don't panic over being in debt. They adapt to it. They accept paying interest every month, accept renegotiating what they'll never pay off, and accept living chained to bills as if it were inevitable. The normalization of debt is the triumph of the banking system over the individual. While you work to pay, they sleep earning profits from your delays. It's the greatest silent scam of the century, turning financial slavery into a daily routine. And what makes it worse is that debt always comes with ignorance. People spend hours watching shows and random videos, but won't invest 10 minutes a day to learn how money actually works. Financial education is treated as boring, distant, unnecessary. And that's exactly what the system wants. Consumers, not investors. The new poor are those who know the names of every sports team, every series and every brand, but have no idea how much they pay in credit card interest. This is the most dangerous kind of poverty, mental poverty, because it blocks transformation. If this sign made you think about how you handle your finances, that's a good signal. You still have time to change the game. And to do that, you need to stay here, feeding your mind with content that awakens and frees. So make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Because in the next sign, we'll talk about the mistake that destroys the future of those who think they're living in the present. The fifth and final sign of the new poor is living as if tomorrow doesn't exist. It's the "I'll deal with it later" mentality that turns dreams into postponed promises. People have gotten used to spending everything they earn, and even what they haven't earned yet, just to feel a momentary rush of pleasure. It's the "I deserve it," the "life is short," the "I'll think about it later." But later always comes, and when it does, it brings debt, regret, and scarcity. The new poor isn't the one who has little. It's the one who thinks small and ignores time as the most valuable asset there is. This is a generation that works without building anything. Money comes in and leaves the same day, as if it was designed to disappear. No savings, no investments, no plan. The future has become taboo, something no one wants to face. The consequence is predictable: constant anxiety, dependency on others, and fear of the unexpected. It's the portrait of those who trade lasting freedom for temporary satisfaction. While the rich think in decades, the new poor count the days until the next paycheck. What's most dangerous is that this mindset is contagious. When everyone around you lives the same way, mediocrity becomes the norm. Friends with no ambition, co-workers drowning in debt, families with no financial education, and everyone thinks it's normal. Your environment shapes your destiny, and if you stay surrounded by people who spend everything, you'll find it strange to meet someone who saves, invests, and grows. The new poor doesn't need more money, they need new examples. They need to stop laughing at the discipline of others and start practicing their own. If you've made it this far, you've already taken the first step: awareness. And awareness is the beginning of every transformation. The next step is action. Learn, plan, and most importantly, refuse to settle for just surviving. Because wealth isn't about showing off, it's about freedom. So make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Because here at the Financial Enigma, our mission is to free you from the new poverty and teach you how to build true independence.